2, 3, go. Hello, and welcome to Outside In. My name is Steven. Today we're going to be looking at a motorized display table. I tried to make a manual one a long time ago, but I was like, you know what, this is not going to work. Trying to do videos and rotating things at the same time is not going to work. So I found on eBay, let's go look real quick, the listing. It is a 10-inch electric rotating turntable, photography, video display stand with LED. So the cool thing is it's got an LED in the center of the stand, which would be kind of really cool for displaying like bottles of liquid or glass containers, etc. I just thought this was a neat feature. Also, I'm going to show you something cool that you can do with this light to show your products in this review. It's got two switches here. I believe this switch right here is the light, and this one here makes it go clockwise, and then I believe you turn it off, turn it back on, and it goes counterclockwise. That's what we're going to be testing today. It also states that, let's see down here in the description, it holds up to 22 pounds. We are going to test that, and I've got a scale that I bought probably 10 years ago now when I used to do eBay a lot. I bought a scale for weighing packages, and it weighs up to 300 pounds. Very, very accurate. I thought I would use that because in case something goes wrong, in case this thing breaks when I try to put 22 pounds on it, I can use this video for the seller to show them that in fact it broke it, but I'm hoping it will hold not only 22 pounds but more than that. But this is the thing, I cannot afford to have to buy another one if I break this by pushing the limit. So I won't be doing like some people do, and they'll run them over the tolerance just to see how good they really are. But I'm not going to push the limits on this because, like I said, I can't afford to have to buy another one of these. What's cool about rotating tables is that if anybody does, I also do photography. So when I did eBay, I sold a lot on eBay years ago. Okay, so I took a lot of pride in my product photography. So I would spend sometimes hours on photos for a description because I wanted people to see exactly what they were going to get. If you're going to do a video of a review of something and it's a really cool looking product, you put it on this table and it could be slowly rotating while you're doing the review or while you're talking about it, so you don't have to keep moving it around to say, okay, this is the back or this is the side. Just wait till as it comes and talk about those sides as they appear. So that is a really great idea for this. But today we're going to be doing some pretty cool little things with it. But first we're going to unbox it, and we're going to see, because I haven't even seen it yet. I just got it in the mail today, so we're going to be looking at this together. I decided to just do an unboxing as well with this. Let's get right to it. And if you end up liking this, please let me know. I can maybe do more of these. This would be awesome. We will get to the unboxing right now. Now, well, it comes in a pretty good package, it looks like. Made in China, and it's got a picture. That's why I knew before I opened it what it was, because I didn't want to open this before I did a video. I wanted to do like everybody else does. They cut it open and do the whole thing. So hopefully this works right out of the box and there's no problems with it, but we shall soon find out. And there is a user manual. Power. Pretty legible. I'm not going to read that. It looks pretty simple to operate. Actually, I've watched a few videos on this anyway, so it doesn't look like it's going to be that difficult to understand. It's not DC power. It is AC power. Now, some that you can buy, you put batteries in, okay? But those are the ones that I've seen that, well, so far the ones that I've seen, they say they hold up to 4 or 5 pounds. And that's just, in case I get something that weighs more than that, I don't want to take the chance that I won't be able to do a video. So, with being able to put up to 22 pounds, I thought would be pretty awesome. Not that I will ever use that much, but it would be nice to know if I needed it. Max load, 15 kilogram. Alright, just before I set it up, I want to actually power it on and see if the light comes on. Oh, the light's already on. I think it is this one. Yep, that one does the light. Now, right now, it's running clockwise, and I can hear it. And we're going to do a decibel reading on these on the weight. Now, it says if you turn this off and then back on, I did it. It goes counterclockwise. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. All right, it's going counterclockwise. Turn it off, and then back on. It just continues. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that might be a good idea. You just stop your display, then you come back the next day. Like I said, we're going to do some testing. All right, so let's go to the turntable. Okay, here you go. This here is going to be the scale, the weigh. We're going to see how much this weighs by itself. Okay, 1.5 pounds. First, we need to turn this back on so we can get an empty weight now. And now there's some neat little, first little thing I'm going to try here. Now I'm going to wear a white glove here so I don't get fingerprints over stuff. Alright, let me, get that in there. A bit more. Okay, I want to try turning this light on inside of that. And it looks a little blown out on the video, but this looks pretty awesome with that green base under there. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to know when I was researching this is if this did a full rotation, continuous rotation, instead of going 360 and then going backwards, and then going 360 and going backwards again. But no, it appears that, once you turn this on, clockwise or counterclockwise, it continuously goes round and around and around. Let's take this off. I was going to use this on here. Yeah, it's pretty neat. But I had this beautiful idea. Being a photographer, I have lights and stuff, and then I have gels, colored gels, and I used a blue one and a yellow one to make green, because green is my favorite color. Set green on here, and then your device on top of that, and that should reflect the color of the gel, which I think is awesome. Okay, so now we have 3 pounds on here. Okay, now I have this battery that I want to set on here for more weight. Yeah, the decibel reading is not picking up there. It does seem like it's getting a little bit louder, but for some reason the decibel reading, the noise might be coming from the very center. Alright, so now what I wanted to do, I have some lead pieces. I hope I can get this before that scale goes out again. Goes off. Each one of these weigh about a pound. We're now at 10.6, 11, 12.5. Looks like the decibel reading has only went up a couple points. Now I wonder if I just keep doing that, maybe it'll reset the timer on it. So 15.6, 17, 18, 19, 20.7, see what it says, kilogram, 9 kilogram, 20, 21.6, so see, it says 15 kilogram, it says, but it's only at 10. The description says 22 pounds, and it looks like it's doing it beautifully. So maybe they did that in the description just to give a little leeway, which I think is an awesome idea. So 15 kilograms, I'm not going to push that. 22 pounds is plenty heavy enough for me. Yeah, 48, about between, I think the sound is coming from the very center. But even when I got closer to it, it was showing about 50 decibels. So around 48 to 50 decibels, which is not bad at all. It is pretty quiet. Yeah, not hearing much. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Let's see. And I like the idea with the gels because that's green. I don't know. Hopefully that's going to show up in the video, but I love it. It's beautiful because green is my favorite color. But like I said, you could use red or blue or yellow, whatever color gels you have, to change the color of that light. But that looks pretty awesome. It actually is working very well. Now let's just wait for it to do a full 360 to see that it keeps on going counterclockwise. So I talked about the noise level and checked the noise level as the weight was added. It really, even if it is making any more noise with the added weight than it was in the beginning, then it's not much really, if it is at all. It pretty much to me sounds like it did when I started, but maybe just a little bit louder, but not much. This is very quiet actually. And I'm actually pretty impressed that it's holding the 22 pound. I don't want to go to the 15 kilogram because the description says 22 pounds. So if I took it to 15, it ended up breaking, then I might have a dispute with the seller, and I don't want that. But see, to me, 22 pounds is plenty. Because like I said, if it does break, I just can't afford to buy and have to buy another one. But it seems to be doing very, very well with the 22 pounds that's on there, which I believe is plenty. I don't think that I would ever have a need to hold that much weight on one of these, but I definitely see a need to be able to hold more than 5 pounds. Like a lot of these are 5 pounds. And that's a beautiful little clock there. So I just put a brand new battery in it and it went dead again. So I don't know. It's a very old clock. I don't remember where I got it. But I do love that clock. It's just a shame that I put a new battery in it and a couple days later it just doesn't work, and then I take it apart and it's corroded. So I don't know if it's somehow getting moisture in there, but I don't see how because it's sealed. I'll have to just check this out and see. But anyway, the clock is still pretty to look at even if it doesn't work. But this is pretty awesome. It's still running. So yeah, this is a pretty cool little device. I think the table itself was like a 1.5 pound, I believe. And now it's holding 22 pounds. So that is awesome. About this. So let me know what you think in the comments if you have one of these. If you have thought about getting one of these and you've worried that it wouldn't continuously go in one direction. It does, at least now you will know it does go, because that was a question I had that nobody seemed to have an answer to, or nobody answered it in their video anyway. And then when it would get almost all the way around in other videos to the 360, they would cut the video somewhere else so you couldn't see it anymore. Or they would change the direction. I was like, I don't want that. I want to see if it keeps going. Now, there are some tables that go 45 degrees, 180 degrees, and then 360. I think that was 45, 90, 180. And it'll go to 45 and it'll come back. But this one don't. This one don't do that. But I'm not real concerned with that. My main concern was that it would just run continuously in one direction. So, and I'm really glad to know that it does. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful, and if you would like to get one of these, I have included a link. I will be including a link in the description. Also, in case, sometimes I click on links in videos and they don't work anymore. So what I've done was, just in case that happens in the future on this video, I've also included a link that will search for a rotating display table on eBay. So just in case, now right now the link should be working for a while, but in case it ever stops working, just go back and click the link, then it'll do a search. It'll bring up a search page, and you might want to click on that anyway, because it'll bring up all the different turntables that you can get on eBay. Now, like I said, be careful. Read the descriptions, because some of these look very, very nice, but when you read the description, I ended up saying, oh my goodness, I'm glad I didn't buy that by mistake, because it only held 4 or 5 pounds. So if you're going to be doing product photography and you're selling like on eBay or advertising for somebody, they may want you to, you know, create videos of rotating products that weigh maybe 8, 10, 12 pounds. And if you make a mistake and buy one of the tables that only holds like 5 or 4 pounds, then you're going to be in trouble. So, but now this says it'll hold 15 kilograms. I'm going to guess that 15 kilograms is probably somewhere around 32 pounds or something like that. Let's see. So let's do kg to pounds. So this says it'll hold 15 kilograms. 33 pounds. I'm not going to push it to 33 pounds because the description specifically says 22 pounds. But like I said, 22 pounds is plenty for me. So that's what I'm going to stay with. Low capacity, again, down here, 22 pounds. So I just want to be sure. Now, it could be a misprint on the box itself. So that's why I'm going to stick with the 22 pounds. And it did an incredible job with the 22 pounds. So thank you for stopping by, looking at this. I hope you got something out of it. I hope now that you're able to go get you one, because this will work great for photography as well. Product photography, you can just set your product on there and you can start the rotation and just snap photos in particular places around this object. So you don't have to move it with your hand, get fingerprints, wipe it off again. You can just set it down and forget it, let it rotate on its own, and then shoot the photos as you see that they need to be taken, which would be great for this. Also, this might also be a really good thing to do 3D photography. Set your camera up next to this while it's rotating and have your camera where it just takes a series of photos all the way around, your object all the way around. So that would be an idea for using this as well. Now also I've seen, now I don't know if this table actually says it, but some of the tables that I've seen, they say that you can use this for panoramics as well, which 360s. Yes, 100% you could do that. You could take your DSLR, because it'll hold the weight, or you could take your little point and shoot camera, it doesn't matter, set it on there, or tape it down. If you have a DSLR, you won't have to worry about it moving. But you have a lighter camera, you might want to tape it down so it stays in one position. And then when you turn this on, you set your camera up to take a series of photos, okay? Or if you have Bluetooth, you can set your cell phone up to interact with the camera and take photos as every few seconds or whatever. And then as it's turning, it'll be shooting photos. And this will be a great thing to use for taking 360-degree panoramic photos. I used to do that. I did a website, and I did like 22-acre farm using 360-degree photos, about 28 of them throughout the whole 28 acres, and showing the property, the barn, and everything. And people could go make a virtual tour. They could go to a certain area, and then they could do a 360, and then walk over 10 or 12 feet, do another 360, walk 50 feet down to the pond, do another 360, all over the property like that. So this would be beautiful for that. Just to take a pedestal out with you and set your camera up and do a 360, because this is believe me, I've looked into a 360 system for a tripod. They are very, yes, very expensive. This would be an incredible alternative. If you're like me, you don't have a lot of money, so you have to do what you can with what you have. Okay, and that's what I do. I do what I can with what I have. So if I had plenty of money, then I would have those $2,000 and $3,000 pieces of equipment to be able to, do these things. But when all you have is bubble gum, sometimes you have to chew on that bubble gum for a little bit longer and make it stick better to hold stuff together. So, and I think actually it's a lot more rewarding at the end when you put that kind of time and effort into something and use your wits instead of money. So anyway, it would be nice to be able to have money to be able to buy some better stuff, but I really enjoy doing what I can with what I have. Just excited all the time at the next project that I can do and make it work, because I don't have the money to be able to buy that $700 product. I have to make something or DIY it. I'm going to end with this. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you are going to be able to maybe possibly make the decision to go ahead and get this for yourself. But the one thing I want to leave you with, as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, find someone who needs to laugh, and make it happen. Take care. See ya.